Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be talking Sephora VIB Sale recommendations. Now the reason that I'm not wearing any makeup today is because we're going to do it a little different. I have been highly critical and I am doing only the top product in each category for my Sephora VIB Sale recommendations. So we're going to be doing that in Get Ready With Me style so that I can demo the products for you. I do have some skincare in there afterwards, as well as some hair care, and I will be showing you what my wish list looks like. So if you're interested in seeing that and just getting ready with me, then just keep watching. Okay, so thank you so much for clicking on my video. Like I said, this will be a get ready with me style. I want to show you the products that I'm recommending. It was very hard. I was highly super critical of each product category because I only want to recommend the best. In the past, I've just unloaded like recommendation after recommendation, and this year I have explained in some other videos, you know, I had life hit me pretty hard, and so I am watching my beauty budget quite a bit, which means that I'm not buying 5 and 6 foundations at a time like I used to during Sephora VIB. I'm going to be a little bit more critical. I'm going to only stick with the products that I absolutely love, that have been around for a while. Some are a little newer, but that are top quality in my opinion, and hopefully that helps you guys out as you shop the sale. Now, Sephora does call this the Spring Savings Event, and it will begin on April 1st. Let me look up the dates for you so that you have those right at the beginning of the video. Similar to previous sales, you will be also able to save 30% off the Sephora collection. That includes cosmetics, skincare, brushes, all of that during the entire duration of the sale. So I wanted to point that out. The code that you use if you shop online is SAVESPRING. Everything that I use today will be linked down below. Those are affiliate links. If you use them, I make a small commission, so thank you so much in advance for supporting my channel. All right, so the dates are as follows. If you're a Sephora VIB Rouge, you get 20% off, and it's April 1st through April 11th, so the entire duration of the sale, but you get first access to everything. Now, in order to be a Sephora VIB Rouge, I do believe that you have to spend at least $1,000 in makeup a year, which sounds grotesque, but I've been Sephora VIB Rouge for quite a while, so that's what I'll say. Now, if you're a VIB, which is the second tier, the sale for you starts April 5th through the 11th, so you get 6 days to shop. You get 15% off, and the calendar spend on that threshold, I think, is $350 a year. So if you spent $350 or more last year, you qualify for the second tier, which is VIB, and that starts, again, April 5th. And then the last tier, anybody can get this discount. It's 10%. You're a VIB insider, which means that you signed up for free for the rewards program, and your sale will start on the 7th, April 7th through the 11th, and you get 10% off of the Sephora VIB sale. I am going to tell you that that's not that big of a discount. The brands run better deals, like for 20, 25, 30% off. So if there's a particular brand that you have a couple of items picked out for, I would just say shop the site directly instead of Sephora because it's a bigger discount, but just wanted to mention that. Now, for any tier, if you buy something from the Sephora collection, again, everything will be 30% off to everyone during the entire sale, okay? I'll leave all of the information linked down below. And again, if you have any questions of the products that I use today, everything's linked down below. I already did my eyebrows. Honestly, you guys, I'm not too happy with my current brow routine. And I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the brow, like hair regrowth products I'm using or something, but my pencils haven't been working very well lately. The only brow product that I can recommend today is going to be my Kosas. This is the Air Brow Gel. I really like this. I've talked about this before. I will definitely be repurchasing it, but I don't need it just yet. But I did want to point that out. This is a really great brow gel. Okay, because I'm very familiar with the eyeshadow formula that I'm going to use today, I'll just go ahead and do my base first. Usually I do my eyes first. That's just what I've been doing lately, but I'm going to go ahead and start with my primer, and my primer is going to be the Rare Beauty pore minimizing primer. She has an illuminating primer and a pore minimizing primer. This is the one for pore minimizing. I have combo oily skin. Even in the winter, my T-zone does get quite a bit oily, but this has been such a beautiful primer. It's a little silicone-y, but I really enjoy it. It just really smooths everything out. And even though it's pore smoothing, I don't know how they do this, but it's very hydrating also. But it does help control my shine. More than anything, I just love how smoothing it is and how pretty my foundation looks on top of this primer. I have the mini one and I've been using it for about a month and I'm already halfway done. So when this runs out, I'll buy a full bottle of it. Okay, the next one is foundation. I'm really proud to show you this bottle. Are you ready? I'm talking about the Urban Decay Stay Naked Foundation. I love this foundation so much. I have a lot of foundation, you guys. It's taken me a couple of years to work through it, but I'm almost done. So I have pulled it out specifically to pan this in the next month or two. I love it, love it, love it. It is so extremely smoothing. On my oily skin, it does help control the oil production. It looks like skin. It's flawless. It works every single time, winter or summer, which is just crazy to me, but it is so beautiful. I have heard Kelly Gooch, I don't know if you guys know her here on YouTube, but she talks about this quite a bit, and she has like normal dry skin, and she really likes it. So this is definitely my top foundation recommendation. I'm in the shade 41NN, and during the winter, I do have to put in like 1 or 2 little pigment drops of a lighter one, just so that it can match my skin tone. But during the summer and spring and fall, it's really my perfect shade. The way I normally apply this is I'll just kind of go in here with my finger, my BK Beauty 106, and just buff that in very, very lightly, I guess you could say. I like to go in small layers, but I don't like full coverage in general, so I do very light layers. The way you apply your foundation really is an art. Like, you have to really buff it in and take your time to give you that skin-like appearance. So I have really been trying my hardest to do that. Like, I'll just really sit there and buff it, you know, just like you would your eyeshadow, I guess I could say. You just sit, take your time. When I'm in a hurry, I actually will use my fingers and I'll just put it on like a tinted SPF or a lotion, and it works just fine. But since I'm hanging out with you guys, I wanted to take my time. My next Sephora VIB Sale recommendation is going to be something for the dark under eyes. Now, if you have dark circles under your eyes, this is going to be a game changer. I love this one. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Color Corrector in shade 2 medium. It's this peachy color here. And I never used to have dark circles under my eyes, and they're not dark circles. It's just like I have like darkness right here. I've been going through a lot, you guys, personally, and I noticed that with lack of sleep, honestly, like those kind of started showing up. Things are a little bit better now, but I still have this darkness here. So I like to correct that just a little bit. I usually will go in with my finger and I'll just let it warm up, and then I'll start applying. But I like to give it a second before I apply my concealer, just to make sure that we get some of that color corrector to do its job. But it's a really nice product. It's very light, it's very creamy, but it does not, well, I haven't noticed that it makes my concealer crease at all, so I recommend it. Okay, now we're going into concealer, and I picked this up during the last Sephora VIB sale. It's so good, you guys. I had heard so many people talk about it. It's not as brightening as I would like, so sometimes I do go in with just one dot of like a brightening or a lighter shade to brighten up my under eyes, but the formula is so beautiful. I'm talking about the Lancome Tinty Doll Ultra Wear concealer. This is in the shade Bisque Cool. It's really nice, you guys. It is very close to my skin tone, so I'm not going to have too much of a brightening effect, but I do that with my powder, so it's fine. It's got a really nice chunky applicator. The formula is a little watery, I would say, but it doesn't crease or anything on me the way that I prep it, and it just makes my under eyes look healthy. You know, I'm getting older. I wouldn't say I necessarily have like super dry under eyes, but I do need a little bit of help in that area. And so I really, really love this concealer. I thought about recommending my Kosas, and it came in close second, but this concealer is really, really nice, you guys. You guys see that? I really, really like it. Just makes it look nice and natural. If I'm going like full glam, I will, like I said, put in like maybe just a tiny little dollop of my Dior concealer for just every day or for work. I don't need too much of a brightening effect. The next product will give me a little bit of the brightening, so it's fine. So natural, so pretty. The formula is so light, and you don't have to worry about it creasing or anything. Also, let me know what you think about the lighting. I am dealing with natural light now, and so sometimes things will change a little bit as the clouds come in and go, but it's a normal sunny day today, so just let me know what you think. Okay, so once I'm done with my concealer, I am going to go in with my under eye setting powder. This is a holy grail staple in my collection. Cannot be without it. This is the second one that I've repurchased. I've already started to kind of see a little bit of pan in it, but I'm talking about my Pat McGrath under eye setting powder. I had the shade medium before. Once I went through that one, I bought the yellow one. I think this shade came out last year, and I just love it so much. A little goes a long way, like that's too much, but I normally just go in and set my concealer, and I will set my entire T-zone with this powder, and it's actually really smoothing over my pores as well. So I mean, when you combine that primer, that foundation, and this powder, it makes my T-zone poreless. Okay, I do close-ups of like my eye looks every day on Instagram, so go follow me there if you're not. And I don't use filters, so you can go see like what the foundation does. It is just so pretty. My last few like Heather Austin palette posts, I'm wearing this setup here, so you can see it just looks so nice. And like I said, I'll just kind of set my entire T-zone with the under eye setting powder. I mean, this was just one shade. Look at how beautiful and effortless that is. I get the same easy eye look every time. It's always so beautiful. I'm going to now go into the crease shade here with my BK Beauty 207, a little fluffy pencil brush, and I'm just going to deepen up the outer V. I'm like a medium skin tone, so just for reference, my Dior foundation shade is going to be 3N. Pat McGrath, I'm a light medium 14. Just for reference, Charlotte Tilbury, I'm a 7 medium. Just so that you would know how these shadows would look on you. But I mean, I'm not even in the darkest shade yet, and we can get pretty deep with this. See like how pretty, like so simple, so easy. Love it. Then I'm going to take my pinky and just go into this inner corner shimmer here. That's usually what I do. I go into my inner corner shimmer and I just fill up the lid with this. It's not as like light as it looks in the pan actually, which I really love because I don't want such a deep contrast. I like that it's a little taupey, a little smoky even, but it still has that shimmer reflect to just give the eye look something different, you know? And again, I mean, like, the quality is just amazing. Amazing. I'm gonna go back into my pencil brush and just make sure it stays deep there. So good. I'm gonna go into my smoke shade to sort of create a little bit of a wing. That's the deepest shade there. And just a very freehand type of way. Just kind of go back and forth and smoke it out a little bit. Look at how beautiful that is. I love it. I love it, love it, love it, honey. That's so good. Now I'm gonna take my fluffy pencil brush again and go back into the crease shade here, and I'll just go into the lower lash line very easily. It's a weekend look. I'm not going anywhere, but you know, we can have fun with our makeup. So there we go. We fluffed that out very well. Just so we can use all the shades in this little 5 pan, I'm going to use the last one, which is the outer corner shimmer. And I'm going to swatch these in just a second for you guys, so that if you're wondering what those look like, we can do that. So it's smoky, but it's so pretty. Now let me just swatch them for you really quickly. I'll start from here and then take it all the way down to here. Okay, so the first shade is Outer Corner, this one here. This one is going to be Transition. Oh, they just they swatch so creamy. I love it. The next one is Smoke. I just want to show you how deep they get. The next one we have is Inner Corner here, this taupey shade. Look at how beautiful that is. And then the last one is Crease. So we have Inner Corner. This one's a little crumbly, but it's pretty. Ugh, so pretty. And then the last one is Crease. And there they are. Look at how nice. I mean, sometimes when you get like the little 5 pans with Natasha Denona, or you know, you go from like the large palettes to the midi size palettes, sometimes people will say that the formula changes a little bit and that usually her larger palettes are better formula. But with this one, you guys, she knocked it out of the park. It is so beautiful. Now, although I do like the blush and the highlight that comes with this palette, if I'm traveling, I don't have to carry a blush and a highlight. I'll just use the whole palette. But today I'm showing you my top in each product. So we're not going to use those today, but I did want to say that these are really good. So you really do get good bang for your buck. All right, let's move along to the bronzer and blush. For that, I do want my hair like out of my face completely. So I'm going to just make sure that I get it out of the way. And my top bronzer in this category is going to be the NARS Laguna. Now, this is one of like their smaller like re-promotes. I got like a mini Laguna, mini Orgasm, and then a brush that they had that was really good. But this bronzer, it's not new, you guys, but it's great. And I've got like a pretty good little dip going. I don't know if you guys can see that there. I use this quite a bit. It is like so perfect. For me, it's like the perfect like coolness that we need in like a contour, and then it's got a little bit of warmth. So this is all you need. You don't have to do like a contour and bronzer. It's a really nice formula, very smoothing on the skin, and I love it. Because this one's the mini size and I want to go in with the right brush, I'm using my Sonia G Classic Face from her small little Kayaki collection. It just fits perfectly in there. And I just, do you guys see that? Like how instantly and beautifully it warms up the face? I just like it so much. It's so easy. It's one of those things, one of those products that you can't overdo. And it's not gonna make your face look muddy or nasty. It's so pretty. Sometimes I have to be careful with like bronzers going on my nose, like to contour a little bit, because it can kind of move my foundation or whatever. Not this bronzer, you guys. It is just so, so pretty. I love it. Perfect. Warmed up the face very, very nicely. All right, now we're gonna do blush. And this one was actually one of the easiest choices that I made. This one and the foundation were like right away, this is what we need to talk about, but it is going to be my Pat McGrath blush. My shade that is a go-to that I highly recommend, but just the formula in general is going to be Electric Bloom. It is the most beautiful corally blush. You can go, you know, kind of light, you can build it up. I mean, it is such a good formula. And when I bought these, I was so bummed because I was like, they're so beautiful. I'm gonna go through this embossing so quickly, but nah, I use it all the time. It really, I don't need that much. And it's just beautiful every time. Because they are pigmented, the brush that I like to use it with to control it a little bit is my BK Beauty 104. And I just kind of tap in very lightly and then just start building up very, very lightly. I just go by layers. I don't want to be like clown face, but oh my god, do you see that? That is so pretty, you guys. Ooh, so nice. Thank you, Pat McGrath. Thank you. So good. It's going to be like a little satiny formula. Looks so gorgeous. Perfecting on the skin. What else can I say? It's the perfect blush. Okay, now I want to talk about my favorite setting spray. If you guys have been watching for a while, you already know I'm obsessed. There's nothing that works better for me. It's going to be the Charlotte Tilbury Magic or the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. I just love it. It works perfectly. I mean, I've tested this out, you guys, with masks. It makes most everything transfer proof. I just love it so much. I go through this. I buy one at every sale. I won't this time because I'm trying to be a little more conscious of my spending, and I'm trying not to buy backups because it is just 20% off. But and this one's kind of full, so I'm not going to buy a backup, but I love it. Okay, because it's spring and it's still not too humid where I live, I'm not going to set the face with powder just yet. And I won't on this video, but I just wanted to tell you that I've tried so many different powders last year, you guys, and my favorite is still going to be the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Magic Powder. Yeah, the Airbrush Flawless Powder. I picked it up when they had that, you know, New Year packaging, but that's what it looks like. I'm in the shade 2 medium. Love this powder. This is probably my third or fourth one. I just love it so much. Top recommendation when it comes to powder. Oh my god, I'm loving how this is coming together. Okay, so now I'm not gonna bore you by, like, you know, you having to sit there and watch me do my mascara, but my two favorite mascaras, the ones that I want to recommend for the sale, are gonna be my Pat McGrath Dark Star Volumizing Mascara. This was sold out for a while, you guys. She just brought it back. I got my notification, so especially if you need a mascara, this is a good one to grab. It probably will sell out during the sale because it's so, so good. Now, Pat McGrath had a glitch sale or something, like 50% off. So I picked two of these up, so I won't be getting one of these during the sale. But if you have been wanting to try this mascara, I can tell you it's my top recommendation for mascara for Sephora. Now for my lower lashes, I had actually been using the Lash Princess mascara. I love these mascaras. They're like $5 at Ulta. This is the waterproof, you guys, and it was still transferring on my lower lash line. I've got like tighter set eyes, you know, so that does happen quite a bit with a lot of my mascaras, but I don't appreciate that. This thing is supposed to be waterproof, okay? And it makes them a little too thick for my liking. This one is my favorite lower lash mascara. It's the Ilia. It's the Limitless Lash Mascara, and it's so, so good. I don't like it for my top lashes. I think it does nothing for them at all. But for the bottom, like, the formula is very, very thin. And this brush, it does get really, really into your lower lashes in a very detailed way. And I just think it separates them really nicely. It doesn't add a whole ton of volume to the lower lashes. I kind of like to keep that area a little bit like more simple and clean and all that. So this is my favorite mascara for the lower lashes. I'm gonna do that off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, just finished my mascara. I feel the need to bring you in close. You guys, I can't even tell you, like, I know you guys don't know me like that, but like, I just want to tell you, like, my lashes are very insignificant without mascara. I also have been not very kind to my lashes. Like, I used to get lash extensions and had them on for like 5 or 6 years. So sometimes I struggle to get like the length with the mascara, but like, look at, these are so, so good. I love it so much. This brush, the Pat McGrath brush, I didn't show it to you, but it feels so lush on your lashes when you're working through it. This mascara is almost done too, and it still works so, so nicely, but I just feel like it gives them volume. It makes them longer. It makes them kind of stand out a little bit, whereas otherwise with other mascaras, they probably wouldn't. So love, love, love this mascara. Okay, and now we're going to talk lips. My favorite lip combination and my top recommendations for each category, which was kind of hard because I have, as many of you do, just a lot of lip products. I probably buy more than I should, but I wanted to pick my absolute favorite lip liner that was the favorite color, favorite formula, and lasting power. And then my favorite lipstick currently. It's a little bit newer, but I just know that I love the formula so, so much. So I wanted to share that with you. So for my lip liner, the one that I like is in Pillow Talk 2 Medium, Charlotte Tilbury. This formula is so good, you guys. It has such a good lasting power. It's creamy, but it's matte. It doesn't make my lips look like extra ridgy or with lines in it or anything like that. And I just think that the color, Pillow Talk's a little too pink for me. This one is like my perfect shade. So pretty. I usually just fill it in a little bit from the sides. Look at how good that looks. It's a perfect nude lip liner for me with just a little bit more pigment, which is what I want. The lipstick that I want to share with you is Natasha Denona. This is one of the newer ones. I Need a Rose lipstick. This is in the shade 12.5 Calla. This is the shade Calla. I have plenty of her lipsticks. I like them so, so much, but this combination here just works for me. It's like, you know, it's nude, but a little bit pinky. And I am obsessed with doing these two things together. I think it looks really good. It's a little creamy, a little peachy, but it provides the perfect combination for this look. You see there? So, so good. Okay, this look came together really beautiful, but this is like my go-to look, like for work. These are the products that I'm reaching for. Like I said, all of these were instantly things that I knew were my favorites, but the standouts are going to be the foundation and then the Pat McGrath Electric Bloom Blush. That's just perfect. I just think that all of these products have been really good. Some are oldies but goodies. Some are a little newer. I do believe that they will all stand the test of time. I was just watching Steph's Beauty Stash talk about some products that stand the test of time, but these are really, really good. This is going to be a perfect, basic, everyday little glam look, and these are my top picks for the beauty portion of the Sephora VIB sale. So if you're here for the makeup, this is where it ends. Now I'm going to talk just a little bit about skincare, hair care, and then show you my wish list for the Sephora sale. Okay, let's talk about skincare. I'm only going to talk about a select few items that I have purchased, repurchased, and absolutely recommend. I'm not going to go through the entire routine because right now I have a good mix of drugstore, luxury, Sephora, like mid-range type of skincare, but I'm going to show you my favorites at Sephora. The first one that I want to talk about is my face wash. Now, I don't have it here. I literally just used the last tiny little squirt of it, but I'm talking about the Tatcha Rice Wash Cleanser. This cleanser is absolutely my holy grail cleanser. I love it because it's very creamy. It leaves my skin very clean, but not squeaky clean. I don't want it to strip my skin. But then it also has like a rice polish built into the creamy consistency of the product. And I feel like it kind of helps with just a little bit of exfoliation, but not too much. That the little grit that you feel, which is the rice powder in it, it does dissolve very easily, very quickly. And like I said, it doesn't give you that squeaky clean feeling, which is actually not a good feeling. That means it's stripping natural oils from your skin. And it is the perfect cleanser in my opinion. That's my top recommendation for a cleanser at Sephora. The next step in my routine, although we're not going through the whole routine, is going to be an essence. Now, when I discovered what an essence was, it completely changed my skin, you guys. I was in a place where my skin was dull. I was using really expensive good products, but I was still was not able to see like the full like potency or the claims that these products were making. And then I heard about like the 7 skin system, and it basically teaches you to do 7 layers of an essence. And I said, what's an essence? An essence is a really fancy water. Basically, after you cleanse your skin, you just take a few drops of an essence into the palm of your hand, and then you pat it in, and it's going to go deep, penetrate deeply into the epidermis, and then really prepare the skin for all of the other products that you'll use afterwards. I don't really understand the full science of it, but when I tell you it works, you guys. I have used all sorts of essences. I do have an essence that I love from Misha. I don't have it currently, I'm all out. I have used the SK2, some other Korean skincare brands that have great essences, but the ones that have stood the test of time that I've repurchased more than once are gonna be these 2 right here, and they actually do 2 very different things. This is the Tatcha essence. It's gonna be a very moisturizing and plumping essence. I like to use this essence during the winter twice a day, in the morning and at night, but as it starts to get a little bit warmer, it can be a little too hydrating, I have found. So I only do this at night when I'm really doing all of like my repairing skincare. And so I really love this essence. This is probably like my 4th or 5th bottle. I only have to buy it once a year. Only a few drops of this during your routine will work, and it is so beautiful. It's plumping, like more than anything. Without looking at the claims and everything, like the first thing that comes to mind is going to be very plumping to your skin. Second, very hydrating. I really love this essence and I recommend it, strongly recommend it. The next essence that I recommend, and this is my 2nd bottle actually, is going to be the Amore Pacific Vintage Single Extract Essence. This comes with like a red green tea leaf, I think is what they call it. It claims to improve the clarity, texture, and elastin of the skin. I can tell you again, without really thinking about it or looking at the claims, like the one thing that just blew my sister away the first time that I bought this was just how pore minimizing it is. It might be the caffeine in the green tea extract, but the moment that you put it on, and I put this on in the morning, I just like pat it into like the middle portion of my face here. These pores are almost gone. Then you add the Rare Beauty Primer and this foundation, and all of a sudden we've got a poreless face going on. But this is so nice. It's not as hydrating as the Tatcha essence. So if you got large pores, typically if you have large pores, it's because you have more oily skin. But even if you did and you have dry skin, I would go in with this first as the first essence, and then the Tatcha. What I've heard some people say that do have large pores is that they'll go in with this one just in the center portion of the face, and then they'll go in with like an SK2 or the Tatcha essence on the perimeter of the face just to give it a plumping effect throughout. But these 2, this is my 2nd bottle. This little one is, let me see how many ounces it is. It's 2.3 ounces and it'll last me like 9 months, 10 months. I only buy it once a year. This one's $95, I think. If you buy the larger one, it's $175, but you don't need it. Like this one will last forever, and I like to keep my products fresh, so I always buy the small one. This is my 2nd one and it's almost gone, so I definitely will be repurchasing this one. I have a backup of the Tatcha essence, so I'm good on this, but you know, we're almost done with this too. So again, top products in categories that I'm recommending that I've repurchased that I know are good, you guys. Get yourself an essence. It will change your entire skincare game. I promise. I promise, guaranteed. The next product is going to be helping with the eye area. I talked about this product a really long time ago, so I wanted to mention it again because I've recently repurchased it, and it's the Clarins Total Eye Lift. It used to be called like the Triple Eye Repair or something like that. It's the same formula, but it is so good, you guys. It's very hydrating. It's very plumping. It instantly sinks into the skin. And one of the things that my sister was saying, because I told her there's caffeine in here, so it also like kind of instantly like lifts and tightens up the under eye. She's like, I don't like those formulas. They make my under eye feel tight and dry. Not this one. This one will plump, will tighten, but when you touch it, it feels so moist and so dewy. It's so, so good, you guys. And the instructions are to just put a tiny little dot on your finger and just kind of do this and go around the orbital bone, okay? But then the instructions say at the end of that, once you're done applying it all over the eye, take your fingers that you had the serum on and just press them onto the lashes, and it serves as a lash serum as well. Now, I do use a lengthening lash serum in general, but once I started doing this, maybe like a month ago, I noticed that they were just a tiny bit like more fortified, my lashes, a little bit stronger, a little bit healthier, more lush. So, I mean, I don't know about the lash claim. I'm just saying that that's what it says to do, and I have noticed a positive difference since doing that. Another really exciting thing, you guys, oh my God, I don't know when this is gonna happen, but I actually got an email from Clarins directly asking if I would like to be on their PR list. And it's like, man, I talk about makeup a lot here, but I am a skincare junkie. And this is probably like, this is the third bottle that I've repurchased. This one I purchased with my own money. I wasn't gonna wait on them to send it to me. Like whatever they send is fine and I'll test it out. But this and their double serum is like holy grail skincare for me, and I'm just really excited because this is a pretty like luxurious, like very big brand, and so we'll see what they send me. I'll share that probably in my Instagram stories when I get it, but this is like one of my top recommendations for the eye area, and wanted to just make sure and mention it again. I have 2 SPFs. One I have a backup for, the other one I kind of want to buy a new one because I'm almost out, but I am talking about the Tatcha Pore Refining SPF. This is the Pore Perfecting Sunscreen with SPF 35 PA+++. I love it. It's like silk. It's like silk, you guys. You put it on your skin. It is the most beautiful moisturizer. This is the one that I'm wearing today, and it also serves as a primer. I don't really rely on it as a primer, but it is such a beautiful, beautiful one. It's very hydrating, but it doesn't make you oily, and it just feels like silk. I do have a backup of this one. There's a PSA here. If you have a flexible spending card and you've got some money left over that won't roll over to the next calendar year, you can use it to buy sunscreen, okay? Because sunscreen is somewhat of a medical expense, and they do approve it. And so my sister and I bought like a ton of sunscreen, and so that's how I got a backup of this. So just putting it out there, but this is a beautiful, beautiful one. I heard this from my friend Kara, and I'm gonna be starting on my second bottle soon. It's kind of pricey, but I've had this one. I've been using this one for like 6 months, so I mean it does last quite a while. The next sunscreen I've used for almost 2 years, and I just can't get enough of it. During the summer, this is actually going to be my moisturizer as well. I'll skip the moisturizer just so that we don't get too oily, but I'm talking about the Paula's Choice. This is the Super Light Daily Wrinkle Defense Broad Spectrum SPF 30. It's so nice. It's got a little bit of a tint / white cast, but it quickly dissipates. And the one standout about this, and why I've just purchased it over and over and over again, is because makeup goes so beautifully over it, you guys. It's so pretty. I cannot stress that enough. I mean, both of these, they are so pretty. It preps your face in the most amazing way for makeup. I mean, anyway, I don't know what I was saying. My freaking camera plays me sometimes. It just overheated and turned off on me. But again, these are going to be the most beautiful, beautiful SPFs under makeup. That's what I was trying to say. So these are my top recommendations for the Sephora sale. I'm happy that Paula's Choice is at Sephora now because I used to have to buy this directly from her site. So now it's a little bit easier. The last skincare item is going to be my Charlotte Tilbury Dry Sheet Mask. I've talked about this before. It's so pretty, you guys. You get about 3 to 4 uses out of it. It's a dry sheet mask. kind of loops over your ear, and you put it on and you just start working it in, warming it up. And the ingredients in this mask, it just makes your skin so plump, so juicy, kind of tight, like the wrinkles kind of vanish with it. It's the craziest thing, but I always recommend it. I think it's like $20 or $22, but it is so good. And the last category is hair care. I wanted to just share these because I buy these over and over and over again. And on one of them, I just purchased it again recently. And I was telling the guy at Sephora that I just noticed the difference in my hair. So I wanted to share it. The first one's going to be the Kerastase Fresh Affair Dry Shampoo. It's such a light, airy formula. It doesn't make your hair feel gritty or ricey like other dry shampoos do. It also isn't stripping on your scalp like there's the hair detox, I think I'm thinking of. That one's so harsh on your scalp and your hair. This one's not. It's very light, it's very nice, but very effective. I have a pretty oily scalp and I don't like to wash my hair that much because I don't want to ruin it, but this one really works. And my sister, she's kind of a bougie bitch, you know, like she tried it once and she was like, ooh, I like it. And I'm like, I bet you do, honey, because it's $36. But it's so good. And so I wanted to show you guys what I use. It's lovely. You will love it. Trust me. The next item is Hot Toddy. It's a heat protectant. This is the one that I was telling the guy at Sephora. I was like, look, I went without it and I got like, I don't know, like, you know that brand Big Hair or Too Sexy or whatever. I got that heat protectant. It wasn't working. I instantly started to see like split ends on my hair from like the hot tools that I use, and that's kind of a big deal because I do straighten my hair twice a week and then I curl it a couple more times a week. So I immediately noticed the difference when I didn't have this, and so this is the third bottle that I purchased, but this time I really saw the difference, and immediately after I started using it again, my hair went back to not having as much breakage, and it's feeling stronger again. So I really like it. Okay, the last hair product, you guys, pay attention. I'm gonna have a more in-depth video on hair loss after COVID, after extreme trauma or loss. I'm gonna go into it with like really sad pictures. People had actually not called me out, but they had mentioned like, your hairline, and I'm working on it. I want to have like a very full, thorough, comprehensive video on it with like pictures over like a few months at least, so that I can kind of prove what I'm talking about. But this is an essential part of that routine for me, so I wanted to share now. This is the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Serum for Hair Density. My sister told me about this. I think I bought it from Ulta the first time. The Ordinary is a skincare, hair care brand that is very simplistic in its approach, not a lot of ingredients, but their combos, their serums, they are amazing. This one is part of it, and it says that it's for hair density, but honestly, like, I've seen so much regrowth with this in conjunction with other stuff that I'll share later, but I didn't want to miss the opportunity to talk about this. Last year, I actually had somebody comment on how they had seen a lot of baby hair growth, and this was before COVID. And this was what I was using as well. So again, I'll share the full routine in a different video, but I wanted to tell you, if you're struggling with like thinning hair, if you feel like it's just, as we get older, our hair gets thinner, we lose like some volume on our face, things like that, this is going to be a serum that's going to bring that oomph back into your hair. And I really recommend it. I think it's like 17 or 18 bucks, worth every freaking penny. I would pay double or triple if I needed to. That's how good this serum is, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Okay, guys, so there are my recommendations. Again, I really had to trim it down because I'm being a lot choosier with the makeup that I buy. I've also had, almost 2-year run on YouTube where I can kind of share what I like and what I don't like, and I've really paid attention to the performance of products. So I wanted to give you just one. I don't want to overwhelm you with a ton of options. I'm sure you're going to binge watch these videos like I do, so there's going to be a lot of options out there. These are my top picks. If you can relate with me on like skin type or age, I'm 41. combo oily skin, you know, have some, you know, fine lines as concerns, things like that. If you can relate with me on those things, I think that these products will work really, really well for you. So now I want to show you what my wish list looks like. It's not very big, you guys, because again, I am not buying that much makeup. I have to really watch my spending. My husband was in the hospital for 5 months. He's not working and won't be for a while. That's what we've chosen because he really has to recover. But we still want to take like our trips with our boys, things like that. So this year our theme is we're buying plane tickets over palettes. Some palettes, because some palettes I will buy. But that's what we're doing. So my wish list is not very big. So I'm just going to pop it up on the screen here. But I'll just go through it. And just show you what I have in my cart currently, just waiting. So the first thing that I want to try is the Gucci Crayon Definition Powder Eyebrow Pencil. I've heard for years that it's really, really good, and I wanted to try it. And so because I'm having kind of an issue with my brow routine right now, I feel like maybe this would make a difference, maybe not, who knows. But I really want to try that. It's on my wish list. You know, I don't know if I'm buying any of this, but if I do, that's one of the things that I really want to get. The next thing is the Dior Backstage Concealer, the new concealer that was just released a couple weeks ago, maybe a month ago, but it's part of the Backstage collection, and I absolutely love that foundation. I have to have that foundation always in my collection. And then I love the Dior Forever concealer. That one's also part of my Holy Grail lineup of Dior. So I really want to try this one. It's on there. We'll see if I get it. I have 2 packs of the Shiseido Facial Cotton. I always buy 2 packs at every VIB sale. I love that bougie ass cotton. I have to have it. It works perfectly for me, so I'm going to pick those up. The next one's a cool one, and I hope they don't sell out because they're always sold out. It's the Makeup by Mario Ultra Suede Sculpting Lip Pencil. The shade that I want is in the shade Dimitri, and I went into the store and I swatched it, and I've heard so many great things about people in regards to the formula. We'll see if it holds up to my Charlotte Tilbury formula, but from swatching it, it feels like about the same, but this shade is a perfect nudie neutral shade, you know. I don't think I have that in my collection. Who knows? Because all I have is nudes. But I really want to try that formula, and I want to try that lip liner. I also have the Dior Forever Matte Foundation. It was recently reformulated. I never tried the old one, but I tried the new one in a sample from Sephora because samples are back, thank God. And so I tried it. I went through the entire little sample, and she had hooked it up, you guys. And I used the whole thing, and it's the most beautiful full coverage matte foundation, but not drying. I just died. I fell in love with it. So I was buying something else, like, you know, just a replenishment of something. And I asked the girl again, I was like, can I get another sample? I just want to make sure. Yeah, right. I just wasn't ready to buy it. And I think I'm gonna buy it. I think it's so beautiful. I can't handle it. It's just so gorgeous, and I've tried it for like 2 weeks straight, and I think it's a great foundation. So that's on my wish list. And then the last thing on my wish list right now is the IT Cosmetics CC Plus Nude Glow Lightweight Foundation. I don't know if I'm gonna get it, but it looks really good. I've heard really good reviews on it. I have the original IT Cosmetics CC cream, and I love it. I think it's so pretty, but I think it's a bit too full coverage for my liking. This is a little bit more lightweight. It claims to have a little bit of skincare in there, like niacinamide. It's got SPF, whatever. I just want to try it. I don't know if I'm gonna get it because I'm just not sure. You know, like with the Dior Forever Matte, like I'm sure I love it. I want that foundation. With this one, I'm just not positive that I will. But that's what's on my wish list right now. I would love to see you share your wish list with me. Like, what are you getting, or what are you planning to get? We're kind of at the end of the video, and I just realized that I forgot to include fragrance. And I'm not very big on fragrance. I don't know too much about fragrance, but I know what I like. So if you guys want me to do like just a quick reel on Instagram to show you what I like and what I would recommend, then let me know and I can work on that. But I just remembered. I've been getting into it lately, so I've picked up like 3 or 4 fragrances in the last few months. So if you want me to share that, let me know, and I will just show you what my recommendations are. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I know it was a long video. I hope that the timestamps helped you to kind of figure out where you wanted to watch first. Make sure and like this video if you like what you see. Consider subscribing and go follow me on Instagram and Twitter. That's where we have a lot of fun. So happy shopping this coming Friday. If you have any questions, let me know. Let me know what you're getting down below. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.